Hello NYWCites, I am the administrator of the NYWC message board, Robert Lottie. Trust No One 2016 is in the history books, and it was the best Trust No One ever. The evening begins with ring announcers Harold O'Hart and Andy in the ring announcing to the crowd that the Big O was unable to appear and he was no longer Fusion champion, and there would be a 10-man gauntlet match to crown a new champion. Then they introduced Willow Nightingale, who recently had surgery, and she comes out on crutches and surrenders the Starlet Championship. The action gets underway with the 10-man gauntlet match to crown a new Fusion champion. We began with Chainsaw Joe Gacy defeating the King of New York, EC Negro. Gacy defeats the Stallion, Anthony Lacerra. The Man of Steel, Mike Verna, defeats Gacy. Verna defeated Angelo Andrews. Bull James defeated Verna. Bull James made quick work out of Aiden Bale. Bull James defeated Mouse. Tyler Murphy defeats Bull James after an unexpected assist from Mouse. Tyler Murphy defeats the Rogue Anthony Gangone to win the vacant Starlet Championship. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, Good Times Only TJ Marconi hits the ring, boots Murphy in the face. NYWC co-owner Shane and security staff, Jimmy, and I don't know the other gentleman's name. I do remember Gangone nailed Jimmy from behind, I don't know if it was a forearm or the roaring elbow, and Gangone leaves the ring with Marconi and the Fusion Championship belt. Up next in tag team match, we see Rad Brad and CJ Benson defeat King Mega and Apollyon. Up next, Talon defeated the Lariat DJ Hyde. In tag team action, Hounds of Hatred, Boo and Bam Sullivan defeat Team Tremendous, Bill Carr and Dan Barry. Up next, Kyle the Beast defeats Danny DeMonto to retain the Game Changer Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. I've seen Kyle the Beast before, and I do have to say other promoters should book this guy. He can really go. Now, anyone know if Kyle the Beast wrestled as Kyle Smiley? Things that make you go, as CNC Music Factory said. Next matchup, we see Randy Summers continue his winning ways as he defeated the Greek god Papa Don. There, NYWC co-owner Shane takes the microphone and asks the crowd, intermission, yay or nay? And I guess due to the crowd's reaction, Shane tells the crowd there'll be no intermission. And the show continues. Maxwell Jacob Feinstein, Otto Von Knox, and General Romero hit the ring. And they announced they had some microphone time, and Maxwell was having trouble getting the microphone working. Out comes Alex Reynolds, and he said that his partner John Silver wasn't there, and challenged him to a match right there on the spot, which actually was a very good 3-on-1 handicap match, which saw Maxwell Jacob Feinstein, Otto Von Knox, and General Romero defeat Alex Reynolds. After the match ended, Reynolds offered a handshake to Feinstein, and they shook hands, and it seemed that Otto and Romero weren't happy about that. Up next, it was time for a three-way matchup, and they introduced the guest referee, the returning fella twin, Rick Cataldo, and we saw Deonna Purrazzo defeat Sammy Pickles and the returning Brooke Danielle to win the vacant Starlet Championship. Late in the match, Cataldo grabbed Pickles and threw her out of the ring, and Cataldo had some words for Purrazzo right before leaving the ring. I guess Cataldo wants to be the Starlet Champion again. Up next, we saw elite athlete Mike Orlando take on premier athlete Anthony Nese in a match which these two men really tore the house down, and it ended up in a time limit draw. The crowd asked for 5 more minutes, and Orlando didn't want to do it. Nese grabbed him, threw him back in the ring, gave him the 450 splash from the top rope, and the referee made a 3 count. Orlando took the microphone and said, "Wait a minute, I didn't agree to 5 more minutes. That doesn't count." Eventually, the referee tells the ring announcer that the pinfall doesn't count, and it was a time limit draw. Now, with all due respect, and at the risk of sounding critical, why did you make a 3 count? Up next, we see A-listers Absolute Alvin and Jay Red, accompanied by Ultimo Maya, Gangsta in Training, Irish Rapper Apprentice, And I don't know who that was, who I first saw it going the distance last month. And they challenged Flawless and Lawless for the Tag Team Championship. Alvin and J Red were like blind tagging each other early in the bout. At one point, Alvin was going to use one of the tag belts, but J Red stopped him and said, no, not that way. Eventually, J Red pinned Flawless Blake Morris with a backslide, enabling him and Alvin to become the new tag team champions, and they're celebrating, and J Red was like thanking everybody and thanked his mom who was in the crowd. And, pretty much gave credit to Flawless and Lawless for being great champions. J Red was saying, we'll take on anybody, any size, even if it's right now. And after hearing that, Alvin kind of had the look of death towards J Red. And out came Hounds of Hatred, Boo and Bam Sullivan, and they made quick work of Alvin and J Red to win the tag team titles. And at that point, Alvin and J Red were ready to get into it. Alvin was being held back by Maya and, I guess, the unnamed A-lister, while J Red was held back by Gangsta in Training and Irish Rapper Apprentice. Then it was main event time, as we saw JT Cason defend the heavyweight championship against the Devil's Outlaw Stockade, and Stockade put JT Case away with 3 DDTs, enabling him to become heavyweight champion again. After the match, Boo and Bam Sullivan come out to celebrate the victory with Mouse, and then Mouse took some cinder blocks from underneath the ring, placed one on Cason's head. Stockade had another cinder block in his hand. He was about to crack it over, try to, basically take that cinder block and against the cinder block against Cason's head. But Randy Summers comes out and he challenged Stockade for a title match. Didn't really give him an answer, and nothing was really made official. Well, it's personal notes time. Great seeing Joey, John, Shane, Steve, Oliver, dang, who else did I get? Did I see there? Greg Gruber. Oh. Yeah. BCW promoter Anthony Cole, BCW commentator Peter Rosado, Tier 1 Wrestling's Dennis Long. Ooh, yeah, that was good. I mean, what a night of action this was. Whew. Well, NYWC presents Hotter Than Hell on Thursday, August 25th. I'm not sure if I'll come to this show due to the fact that it was so hot in the Sportatorium. And Shane, you said you placed me in the VIP section. Well, I think due to the fact that there was none of those spinning fans were blowing any air in my direction, I guess VIP can now stand for very intense perspiration. I had to get up throughout the show, go into the bathroom and pour cold water on my face. I had to buy 2 bottles of water at one point. I wish you could get some air conditioning in this building, or not, get some more spinning fans. This is unbelievable. Man, I still can picture myself sweating in that building. Oh boy. And I was let down. There wasn't any intermission because I was going to go outside because it was much cooler outside than it was in that building. But whether I make it to hotter than hell or not, here's my wish list for the matches. I'd like to see Stockade, the newly crowned champion, or should I say now in his second run as champion, defend his belt against Randy Summers. I'd like to see the newly crowned tag team champions, Boo and Bam Sullivan, defend their belts against Flawless and Lawless. I'd like to see newly crowned Starlet champion Deonna Purrazzo defend her belt against Brooke Danielle. I'm not sure what else I'd like to see, but, you know, hopefully another great show is coming our way, whether I make it or not. Now, I did mention something on the message board about a young lady. I've noticed it for quite some time, and you know, I've said I really don't have the heart to go meet her, and it would have been silly of me to do it with sweat pouring off of me. I really don't know if I could pull that off, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I mean, I really don't. I don't know if I could really. Don't really know if I could take this chance. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to do about this one. I mean, yeah, she's a good-looking lady, but, you know, it's not the fact she may already be with someone she loves, because my biggest concern is that she might be rude and be a jerk and not want to meet me and whatnot. So, I really don't know what to do, and I'm really lost on this one. And, I really wish I could have gone to Twisted Shamrock after the show, but I'd probably grow depressed again. But I do have to say, NYWC rules, and Hotter Than Hell will be great. Whether they, you know, whether I'm there or not.